Brooke, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
September has been all about Europe for
Yes.
you. How do you and Europe go together?
Well, Europe and I seem to be going together quite nicely. I think I'm certainly enjoying it, and hopefully people have been enjoying the shows. And I'm having a great time.
What did you expect to find here when you came here?
I expected to find. Do you mean in Europe in general? Generally in Europe. Oh, there's a little boat happening.
That's Amsterdam.
Snip, snip, yeah. I mean, Europe for me, I've been working here a lot this whole year. I did a short tour back in April, but this is the first time I've come back with the full band and are doing a lot more dates. And my first show ever in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. And so I suppose I expect to hopefully meet a lot of new fans and people who have maybe been following my music for a little while, but I've never played here, so coming up to concerts for the first time. And I suppose hopefully a lot of people who had never heard of me and just may have happened to stumble into a show, and hopefully we made friends.
And your work forces you into this sort of hobo lifestyle.
Yes.
How do you survive such a thing? What do you need to survive that?
It's a great question. I'm still figuring that out after many years. For me to survive, usually I need my husband. He can't come on all of the tours, but it certainly helps to try and get out into the fresh air like this, and the sunshine is wonderful, and to have a few shows where it feels like everything comes together and it's really happening is always a good thing to keep you motivated as well.
But in those years, you must have found things that work well for you and things that don't work so well. What things do you avoid?
Yes, I try to avoid being away for a long stretch of time. That doesn't happen. I don't know, because I suppose the things that make it difficult to be on tour are the things that you can't have on tour. I miss cooking. I was thinking even to myself last night, I'm just dying to cook, just to get into a kitchen and cook for people. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if I survive it as well as other people. I'm not sure.
Have there been crucial moments in which you perhaps thought about giving it up and stopping with it altogether?
Yes, probably maybe once a week.
Really?
Maybe more.
What does that feeling consist of?
I suppose it's a very strange thing to write songs and have songs that that are conceived in a private place. Do you know what I mean? And then sometimes then you record those songs, but then in order to help people connect with them, you need to do all these things that are very public, and whether that's your personality or not, whether that's what you're comfortable with or not, it's part of the job, and it's they're all wonderful opportunities. But I think sometimes it feels sometimes it can feel like you are suffocating in your own life. I suppose the weight of people's expectations, but I suppose that's why it helps to have anchors in your life that really remind you of why you're doing what you're doing, and what the motivation is, so you don't get caught up in all the little things that can make it feel really hard. I think if there are a few things that that you can hold on to that remind you of the bottom line and what the point is, and what you are trying to achieve and why, then all the other stuff it helps it just to kind of wash off a little bit easier. Yeah.
But do you ever get tired of yourself in that way?
Yeah.
Because you have to sing about yourself and talk about yourself all the time.
Yes, of course. And I think as well, what I allow people to see, on the stage and in interviews is just a small part. So I think that's a big part of it as well, is finding a balance and not giving everything away, not being everything to everybody, but I suppose trying to be wise about what you give people access to, and then and that's taken me a long time to figure out, and I'm still figuring it out. So it's certainly a journey, and I don't have it all sussed out yet.
On Flags, you already take more distance from yourself as being the main subject in
Yeah.
your own stories.
Yes.
Is this why?
Yeah, certainly that's a big part of it. My second tour, my second album, was very grueling, and the songs were very personal and very weighty, and it took a really big toll. And I think I realised that in order to keep being able to do this, I needed to figure out a way where I could still tell my stories and still share things that were personal, but in a way, but from a step back, and maybe as the narrator more than the main character in the plot. Yeah.
But when you sing stories so often, don't they just become stories that are not that connected to yourself in a way?
You would think so, but certainly with my second album that didn't happen. The distance didn't happen. It was still, and I was writing about and singing about, the title track of the album was a song called Albertine, which was about an orphan that I met, an orphan of the genocide in Rwanda, and that's something, when you sing about these things, it's I can't sing about something like that in a blasé way and just think, oh, it doesn't matter, who cares? Because I'm not just trying to do justice to the song. I'm trying to do justice to these people that are being represented in the song. And so every time I sing that song, I still must go back to that place and sing it from that rawness.